$64 million. You heard me right, $64 million for being harassed and stalked. Is that enough money for you? Let's find out. I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, ProEcommercelister, your one-stop shop for listing services. Simply take photos of your inventory, upload them into our system in our mobile app or website, and we do the rest. Titles, descriptions, conditions, item specifics, return times, handling times, and shipping policies. You simply price your item and make them live on the platform. Contact ProEcommercelister below at www.proecommercelister.com or email us at proecommercelister@gmail.com for full instructions and pricing. And thank ProEcommercelister for being a sponsor of the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. Thank you for joining me. It is August 11th, Friday afternoon, 2023, of course, and yesterday, August 10th, late in the afternoon, out of Boston. It is an update on the eBay stalking and harassment case from Ina and David Steiner. If you guys are not familiar with that case, I will link the video down below, the original video I did. Gosh, it's probably been 2 or 3 years now since that happened, 2020, 2021. Anyways, quick little short synopsis. There's a couple from Boston. They run e-commerce bites, an online blog site. Sometimes it can be critical of eBay, not just eBay, other platforms as well. But eBay in particular, when Devin was the CEO back then and 3-4 years ago. And apparently some of the global security team and employees at eBay, not allegedly anymore, they did stalk and harass and do some crazy stuff to this couple in Boston. They flew from California to Boston to track them and try to put a GPS in their car, basically trying to intimidate her and her husband into not writing critical articles about eBay anymore. They were caught. They actually went to jail, quite a few of them. I believe 5 or 6 of the employees went to jail. The CEO, Devin, was never charged with any crimes. He stepped down as CEO in 2019 or 2020, I believe, right before this came to light. It was happening in 2018 or 2019, and it came to light like a year later. So he stepped down before that happened and claims he had no idea what was going on. There were text messages where he said, just take her down or crush her or something, but he says that's not what he meant. It's up to your own interpretation. I'm not going to say what I think because who knows, but yeah, I bet you guys can probably think or guess what I think. So with that said, the Steiners, after the criminal case, filed a civil suit against eBay, which obviously makes sense because they were terrorized, they were put through stress, they were put through a lot of stuff that they probably shouldn't have been put through. And this week, the case has been going on for years. This is how long civil litigation can take. But the case went before a judge today to determine if it could be dismissed. She said no, the case can go forward, but they've set a trial date for 2025, another 2 years out, a little less than 2 years. I think it's like March of 25. But they have encouraged eBay and the Steiners to get back to the table to come up with a settlement. eBay says they're open to a settlement. They haven't had luck in mediation yet, but apparently, and the number has actually been confirmed, eBay has set aside $64 million to pay towards any kind of settlement or financial agreement between themselves and the Steiners. That's the number that was reported and I guess confirmed. That's a huge chunk of change, $64 million. Will it end up being that much? Maybe, maybe not. Will it be 50? Will it be 40? Will it be 30? Not going to speculate on that. But that's how much they set aside according to the news report. And the Steiners, went through a lot of crap and they deserve some kind of compensation. How much? I'm not a judge. I'm not a jury. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial advisor that can say what that mental stress and anguish over the course of months and a year or two is worth. What do you guys think it's worth? Put it down in the comment section. How much of the $64 million do you think is fair if you had to go through what the Steiners went through with eBay? Now, I'm a huge proponent of eBay. I love eBay. I sell on there. I've made tons of money on eBay over the last 15, 20 years. And it's sad that that's what happened, but I'm happy to report that eBay is in a much better position with much better leadership team and a much better culture around there. Now, I know what everybody's going to say about all the ups and downs and the glitches and the fees and all this stuff about eBay. And that's true almost with every platform. They all change. They all increase fees. They all have this stuff going on. But maybe not the glitch side. But it pales in comparison to where it was in 2018, 2019, 2020, leading up to COVID and Devin leaving. If you take that eBay and you take this eBay, I promise you, you are much better off in a much better position and much happier with this eBay than you would be with that eBay. And eBay's had its ups and downs and ups and downs. But overall, it's a great company. It's a fantastic Fortune 500 company, billions, multi-billion-dollar company. It's the only place in the world you can sell most of the stuff that a lot of us sell. You can't sell what a lot of us sell on Amazon or on other platforms. So I really hope eBay turns around. I hope they put this in the rear view window. They put it in the past. I wish there were other people facing penalties and consequences for what they did. If you're not familiar, Devin walked away from eBay with, I don't know, like 50 million or 55 million. Somebody can quote the number. I'm not even Googling it right now, but I think it was $57 million as a severance pay. They call it a golden parachute. So essentially he stepped down at eBay, he walked away. He went to work for another company, I believe, or do something, but he was paid a huge amount of money to just walk away. Don't we all wish we could get that, right? So all in all, that was just a bad time. What they did to the Steiners, what those people did to the Steiners, rogue employees, was horrible. And we'll see what they end up getting paid. But I'm curious to see what you guys think that they should get paid. I don't want to spur anybody's opinions on that number. But if I'm the jury, if you're asking me as a jury, how much should they get of the $64 million? I think 64 is excessive. It's not that they were physically injured. I know that the mental and emotional stress is still there. You know, the number that just floats around in my head is probably 10 to 20, somewhere in there. Probably $1 million's not enough. A couple million's probably not enough. 10 million starts to be a number where it's like, wow, really? Like that's a big number. 20 million maybe better. Maybe they get half of that. Maybe they get 31 or 32 million. I don't know. Somewhere in that range is probably what I'm thinking. Curious, what do you guys think they should get? All right, I'll leave you to the rest of your day, your Friday, your weekend. I'll talk to you guys before the end of the weekend, of course. But if I don't, enjoy it. Have a wonderful Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Make some money, get some work done. And if you need our help, ProEcommercelister at gmail.com, www.ProEcommercelister.com. You send us your photos, and we make all your listings for you. Finally, somebody to do all of the work that you don't want to do. We look forward to having you on the team. And until that time, hit the like button, guys. It's right there. It helps the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Lots of new faces here. Thank you for being here. And I'll see everyone in the next video.